everybody, welcome to DIY the show. My name is Andrew Lowry. DIY the show is the public act show. We talk about DIY ethics, morals, ideas, and how they relate to your real, actual life. So each week, me, Andrew Lowry, I sit down with a couple of guests, and we talk about why they choose to do it themselves and why it's better than everything else. So without further ado, I want to welcome you all to DIY!
Mortals of the internet, behold, it is DIY, brought to you by me, the Green Zeus, and a precarious couple of mortals. On today's show, we have nothing special planned whatsoever, which is why I, the almighty Green Zeus, gets to announce. How wonderful, how joyous an occasion. We have Kimbo Rose with us. We have Peter James. We have an appearance from the Fernando. And we have discussions about hot sauce. And now your host, the puny, the feeble, the insignificant Andrew.
I'm tough. Look at this sweater. I look tough, Green Zeus. Fuck you, Green Zeus.
Okay, that was a little uncalled for.
Whatever.
I'm sorry.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to DIY the show. I want to thank the house band for playing me in. Thank you, my panel experts being here. Thank you all for watching. If you're watching in the live stream right now, tell us what you think of what we're doing. Give us some questions. We'll ask our guests and have that kind of stuff going all the time. So either way, my name is Andrew Lowry. I'm your puny, beautiful host. I'm really excited to have you all back. So we've been off for a couple weeks, and now we're back with a brand new episode. And today, I tried to do some stuff, right? I tried to plan some things. I tried to organize some stuff. And I don't know. I said, fuck it. Why don't we have no topic this week? So that's what I've decided. We're going to keep it open-ended. We're going to talk about whatever you all want to talk about. If you ask us something to talk about, give us a topic. You want to talk about meerkats? We'll talk about them for a little bit. You want to talk about, like Little League, like T-ball stats? I mean, I don't know anything, but I'll try to figure it out. So that's what we're talking about today. Everything, anything. I got two guests with me today. I got Kimbo Rose, PJ Phinney in the air. Both amazing performers, amazing musicians, very DIY. We're going to get into their brains and learn something from them. Also on the show, we have Solo Sexx, amazing, amazing musical act. I am so excited for them to be here. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be hyped. It's going to be super swell. That's myself for you guys today. So either way, I want to thank you all for tuning in. As always with me, I got my panel experts. To my right with me right here, I have my good pal Oscar. Oscar is our house band. He's always playing us in. Now, Oscar, I wanted to ask you, how have you been and what's new with you?
I'm gonna be moving.
Where are you moving to?
To another location in the same town where I live.
Perfect. So big ups on Oscar for moving. Let's hear it for Oscar moving down the street somewhere. So if you find Oscar on the street, please tell us so that we can find him. So I wanted to compliment you on your shirt today again. I really like it. It's very enjoyable. It's sleeveless. Show off the guns.
Really?
Yeah, let's show them off. Yes.
Why?
Yes.
I'm not in shape.
Whoa.
This is new.
I
got a new tattoo.
Oh, new tattoo? That's nice. I like it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Pangea.
Educational. Let's go back. Let's make Pangea happen again.
One world, one continent.
So thanks, Oscar. I'm glad I got the hoodie off you. I wish I did not wear this trendy sweater. I'm getting pretty sweaty.
It's hot in here.
Very toasty. It's very toasty. So
Carbia, he had it.
what did he say?
Let's get it out of
We're gonna drop some Nelly songs right now. Oh, that's crazy. So Nelly aside, also next to me as well. Now I had something big happen to me while we've been off. She's been on the panel with us for the whole season. She's the love of my life, and now she's my fiance. Let's hear it. This is Amanda. Everybody is so happy. Let's say hi. Good to see you. Oh, you're gonna act like you don't even know me right now. You know? Green Zeus called me puny.
I'm blushing.
No, it's cool. You look beautiful today. I love your wig. It's actually a real hair. So since we've been engaged, have I changed at all? Am I any different?
Not really.
Not really. Good. I've not matured in the slightest. Now you're besides embarrassing you, we'll move past that. We have to say it. We have to announce that stuff. Whatever. Your drawing is up right now. Now this is a fucked up drawing, and I love it. It's really spooky.
Yeah.
What would you say this piece is right now?
What is it? I mean, it's about the Wendigo, if you know
Yep.
that myth. Just want to do something spooky for my favorite holiday.
There you go. So Halloween's favorite holiday.
Absolutely.
I'm going to use this opportunity to drop what our next week's episode is. Our next topic is we're doing a cosplay karaoke dance party here on the show. So Halloween, we love Halloween here. And if you want to come into the studio, dress up like whatever person, character, whatever thing you want, we're going to do karaoke and you can sing your favorite song as well. So you going to do that, Amanda? You going to do some karaoke?
No karaoke.
No.
No, but I will dress up.
You will dress up? Awesome. Well,
Yeah.
I love you and thank you for
I
being
love you
here
too.
always.
Oh, my heart.
So embarrassed, so embarrassed. Now in the back, he's wearing green. You know you blend into the green screen today, right?
Maybe just a little, but I'll get rid of it if I have to.
No, keep it on. I like it. It's like you're a floating head with arms.
Well, that's like you're a logo, of course.
Yeah, exactly. So Carbia, what's new with you, buddy? How have you been?
What's it? How should I put this? What's it? I'm producing myself, and of course I'm keeping myself. Not just more than just busy, but also productive and like an MFer.
Awesome. Yeah, I've been seeing online. You've been posting. You're making a anime version of Ferris Bueller's Day Off currently.
Without the shadow of a doubt, it's from Crowdsource Boston, and they're going to be presenting it on the 5th of December at Coolidge Corner.
So I just want to say to you, Carbia, this is an idea I never thought was necessary, but is amazingly perfect. I think it weirdly fits. Ferris Bueller could be an anime character, that whole like running through the backyards thing. If that's not a scene out of anime, he should have toast in his hands when he's doing that. I feel like that would be perfect. So I'm really excited. Next week, I think we might show some of it if you're okay with that.
Oh yeah, it's just again, there's sort of certain portions I have to tune up a little.
No problem. We can keep patient. DIY, the show of patience. Either way, I appreciate all that. Thank you, Carbia.
Yeah, and we're on the
always.
subject of Halloween.
Yeah, what do you mean for Halloween?
I mean, I didn't have any characters in mind, but remember that horror-themed attraction that I've been working at for Ghost Power? They're doing it again, and they're shut down this weekend due to an electrical error, but they should be back in full swing next weekend. But,
cool, man.
I'm not giving up though, for sure.
All right, well, I'm very excited to see what you dress up.
Yeah, I'm
as,
gonna Saint and Some Psycho as usual.
Awesome. Now, lastly on the show, but not the leastly, it's Bailey and Duvall here with us. Let's hear it for Bailey, everybody in the studio. So Bailey, you always are a treat, and we haven't seen you for a little bit. So talking about Halloween, recently on the internet, I've seen you post your costume that you have prepped. One of many, I'm sure. So what is this one that you've recently posted?
So the one I posted, I was trying to decide what to be for Halloween, and I love the idea of just this ridiculously oversexed costume. So I figure, what is the most sexual character on TV right now? And it's Jon Snow.
Solid.
Right?
Yeah.
So I decided to put together a Jon Snow costume and do the whole beard and widow's peak and fluff up my eyebrows and say, "Winter is coming" a lot.
I like the Scottish. You got it a little. You're
Right?
getting there.
It's
You're getting
getting
there.
there.
Move over, Scotty.
That's awesome. So next episode, are you going to be coming in as Jon Snow? or
Oh
are we
yeah,
see
I'm
something
gonna be
else?
coming in as Jon Snow.
Do you have multiple costumes for Halloween, Bailey?
Oh, always. My
Always.
whole life is costumes.
I love it. I'm very jealous. I want to wear.
jealous of you.
See, I'm trying to like step up my fashion game, but I don't. I feel like I could go into a more whimsical realm, but then I feel like people would be like, no.
No, the whole point about anything in fashion is that you have to own it, right?
Own it, yes.
It's just like wear it.
I think I'm too insecure sometimes, but that's DIY, everybody. Question yourself consistently and constantly.
It's your character.
Now, Bailey, you were eating something earlier. I saw you eating a salad.
I had a salad.
So you got this, it's like a chalice. I wanted to point out how this is a chalice. Now, this hot sauce you brought in, it's weird looking.
Hot sauce. It's weird hot
Is it like habanero? Is that why it's orange?
I don't know. I would assume so.
Yeah, I mean, well, I know we're not supposed to eat on set, but I think we can make. It's okay. I mean, do what you gotta do. So either way, this has been the show, DIY. We have no topic this week, so we're really seeing what's going on. And
Who's got hot sauce?
Oh, wait, what? Who's this?
Who's got hot sauce?
Who's that? Come into frame, sir. Come into frame.
Who's got hot sauce?
No, Bailey has some hot sauce.
Only a
Let's hear it. This is Fernando Tornado, the Time Lord, everybody. The Time Lord's here. So now we see you from time to time, but what is it this time that brings you into our time?
I need hot sauce.
Hot sauce.
Hot sauce. It is essential for the time travel.
So hot sauce, time travel, Bailey. I know that salad looks
Listen,
good, but
without the hot sauce, the Omni Spice will erase all hot sauces from existence, making the plate of time too bland to time travel with.
Okay, I mean, I'm not a huge hot sauce guy. Like, I don't really need it, but like, I don't know if I'll miss it that much. But you're saying time is.
Sir, are you the Time Lord?
No.
No, so you do not need the hot sauce. I need the hot sauce to travel through the time. I need the hot sauce.
So what's going on with the time stream? What's wrong with it that you need to travel so bad? Like,
the Omni Spice is trying to take the time powers.
Okay.
It wants to erase hot sauce, so I can't time power anymore.
Okay, so all right, I follow somewhat. Whatever.
Makes sense to me, the Green Zeus.
Thank you.
So all right. So I mean, Bailey, like, I don't know if you should just not give that up.
I don't know enough about time travel or hot sauce to argue with you.
So you should hand it to someone who knows what to do with it.
Heed the Tornado's warning.
Give him the hot sauce, 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 give him the hot sauce. Bathe in the hot sauce, drink it! Oh shit! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Chug it! So Fernando, I mean, now you got your hot sauce. Can you get the fuck out of my show so I can finish this stuff?
In this case, off of it.
You good?
Okay.
All right, bye. So either way, that was Fernando Tomato, everybody. I don't know who this Omni Spice is, but I ain't scared of shit. I got all my taste buds in check, ready to do karate chopping. Either way, on the show, I'm too fucking excited. We got solo Sexx. Let's let them perform. Let's let some crazy chaoticness happen in the studio. So without further ado, I want you all to applaud at your desks, in your house, or in the studio for solo Sexx, everybody!
Hey! Oh, hail Lady McCormick!
Yes.
We are Solo Sexx.
DIWHY.
Let's hit it. Woo woo. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Get spooky with it now.
Turn that beat up a little bit,
Turn
huh?
it up now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. What? It's not right, but it's okay. Just another name on a blacked out page. Little too late to maintain my range. Hey, tumbling the demons out the cage. Guess I never knew you anyway. Preteen bro permanently on spring break. Speakers with a blown out face. Speakers in a worn out face. I'm not in love, baby, it's just a phase. Welcome back to the circle of hate. Couple peace signs on the side of your grave. Grinding up bones to the roads that I paved. I ain't no sucker, I ain't no slave. And don't you forget it. You really hurt me, babe, but don't you sweat it. Cause I decline off the deep end every weekend. And I'm too far down to pretend that I'm not underwater, I be sleeping with the fishes and the bitches that be creeping. Get back, girl, ooh, you leaking. Past life so sinking. Never came up, but you already peeking. Oh, you too busy tweeting. Cause I don't even know if I'm coming or going. Anyway, then the weed smoke is blowing. Keep the electrolytes flowing. Got nothing to get a rate, stay glowing. I'm mowing down. Yeah, boys are rain. Rise up from your chain like a bullet to your brain. But when it hits you, then you're gonna feel the pain.
The pain I've been down since day one. We made out, we made fun. Aidens, Christians, never forget that woman's prison. We were weird once with our beer guts, and the show always out there cheering. Yeah, just keeping up an appearance. Babe, the reefer's clearing, and I'm out here while you're weary, leering, slugging back tequila. 2 for 1 special ladies night. Hope she's a keeper. I'm just eerie peering at you, snatching, reaching through the ether, baby. Not trying to preach, but if it ain't love, what it be, huh? It's not right, baby, and it's not okay neither. Best believe I teach you 10cc, know what we mean. It's alright, baby, and it's not okay neither. Call me a diva, bitch, I'll show you full of Risa. It's alright, baby, baby, I'm gonna be okay. I'm not seem crazy, like I wanna make you pay. Feel the beat of the 90s dance song. Come on, girl, say my name. And now the record's skipping, and I just keep on saying, it's alright, baby, baby, I'm gonna be okay. I'm not seem crazy, like I wanna make you pay. These dance songs, come on, girl, say my name.
But now that record's skipping,
And I just keep on saying, it's fine, I'm gonna be okay. It's fine, I'm gonna be okay. It's fine, I'm gonna be okay. Oh, I'm gonna be okay.
you try to make it a fool of me.
You try making a fool of me.
Try to make it a fool of me.
You try making a fool of me.
Try to make it a fool of me.
And that's alright.
And that's alright.
Give it up for Whitney Houston.
Yes. Hey. DIY.
Hey, and give it up for DIY the show.
And Scat TV, yeah.
Yeah, Scat TV, Somerville
Sexx in the
Media
house.
Center. Represent.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
God rest her soul.
God rest our soul. Yes.
R.I.P. in peace.
R.I.P. in peace.
All right. Let's hear it again for Solo Sexx in the studio, everybody. Thank you so much. Check them out online. That was fucking tight. That got me really excited. I am full of energy. And all that energy is going to translate out into the rest of the show. So right now, next to me on the couch, Kimbo Rose, everybody. So Kimbo, pleasure. We handshakes, professional TV show. I'm a professional TV show host. So either way, Kimbo, so happy to have you. So you've been away from Boston. You were a longtime Boston resident, huge in the folk punk scene here, just in every music scene. You're another one of those people who, when I bring on, everybody's like, oh my God, I know that person. I love that person. So I'm so happy to have you here, Kimbo.
My pleasure.
Welcome. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, maybe your music, and how you got into all this jazz?
You got it. My name's Kimbo Rose, and I am in Absinthe Rose, and I've been playing in Absinthe Rose since 2008.
Yeah.
And AR turned 10 in August, so...
Nice, that's awesome. That's an accomplishment. 10 years in any musical act,
and a fucking headache.
That's like dog years. It's like dog years,
Yeah.
I feel like. It should count for like 40.
I love what I do. I love spreading awareness. I love inspiring folks. I care a lot about the DIY community.
Yeah.
I loved growing up in it. I loved being able to tour and spread a message of unity, solidarity, especially at these times. And let's be honest, they're all fucking times. It's always fucking happening. This shit's always fucking real. But it's really deep down. I'm grateful. I'm full of gratitude at all times. Like any time to be able to perform and do what I love. I'm just so thankful. A lot of people who are starting out haven't had the opportunity to perform or get their message out, and I've had the opportunity to do so, and so.
I totally understand that. I mean, that's definitely one of the guiding principles here on the show. Is it's a platform for people to feel validated. I think it's so hard when you're doing it yourself to have any sort of feedback that feels real, rather than success or I like your music. Sometimes it's really nice to be able to talk about your process, or at least have that platform to express yourself. Now, with DIY, that's kind of like our guiding principle here. Do you think that is similar to what your guiding principle? What would you say is your sort of what does DIY mean to you?
I love that question.
Yeah, good. I'm glad.
All right, let's see. So I think I would say one of my mantras always is DIY but never alone. So yes, we are DIY. Yes, we do it ourselves. But in all reality, look at this today. Like how many people are involved in creating this event, and and we have history. I know most of you
roll through the same scenes.
Absolutely, and so I feel like on day to day. I drop in, I give gratitude for knowing that DIY has existed at least for the last 20 years of my life. And I'm a lifer. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Like this shit, until I die, DIY.
Nice, exactly. No, exactly.
But I think it's DIY but never alone, and I feel so connected to that saying, to that mantra, and I think that staying positive, staying in the light. We all have this darkness, and as musicians or artists in general, we have an opportunity to drop in on those spaces that are uncomfortable, that we don't recognize one another, and in doing our art, whichever platform that may be, we actually do indeed come to a solidarity because of that. And I think that, to be quite honest, we don't fucking need corporations.
No.
They're not doing a damn thing for us, and we can't fucking do ourselves. End of story.
That is a very, very real thing that I definitely yell into these cameras on a regular basis.
I heard it.
But I think that's the whole thing is, DIY for me, I was 16 playing in a living room in the middle of Waterbury, Connecticut, and seeing this group of friends creating a community and an environment that they want to participate and live within. And the whole mantra and mentality for me, a lot of it has been, there's always a way you could do it outside of the system. Sure. People are too caught up in the fact that, well, there's this established sort of infrastructure that I have to work within. No, there's not. Everything's become more accessible. Everything's been easier to use. and pretty much anybody can jump in and just start doing the project they want to do,
Yeah.
whatever medium it is.
Join us.
Join us,
All
exactly.
Of us. Join, please. Like.
But for you, has there been any sort of like awesome moments in DIY? You know, like I've had some moments where it's like you like just sync up the best bands in the perfect basement and the perfect show happens. Have you ever had any sort of situations like that?
Oh, absolutely. Do you remember the Whirlybird?
Yeah, Whirlybird Co-op, yeah.
So I don't know if they're doing shows. I just moved back, and if
Yeah.
you are, yay.
It's kind of like, it might be, who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. So for AR, Whirlybird, and to be quite honest, throughout the country, whenever we toured or when I toured, I think on a day-to-day basis, even when I'm like writing, it's there's always something to give gratitude for. But for this question, I will take away from being in the basements of the Whirlybird. What I appreciated about that space is how it was run, and in regards to everyone wanting to be there and having a role.
Yeah.
And it didn't feel it's all about energy, right?
Yeah.
So it's like when you're a performer and you go out on stage and shit's heavy, or you need to break through something emotionally, you get to work because you're like, all right, I got like fucking 10 minutes to get out of this mood. All right, let's figure it out. You know what I mean?
No,
You got
100%.
to get there and start performing. So with the Whirlybird, I found that I would always do songs that we just wrote.
Okay.
And we'd always debut them at the Whirlybird.
See, that's cool.
And I loved also being able to be so vulnerable, whether it was like, fucking up or being like, wait, no, wait, hold on, we're going to do that again. Already.
We'll start
or
over.
if we like, went from A to B and we like had done it. I also appreciated those shows. And that's what I also like about this scene is how, I feel like how unique we are as artists to come together from all different realms, and I think that one of my favorite shows was having like, the hardcore kids and the indie kids and name it, they were all there. And when you're looking out to this crowd and you're seeing these people like believe in what you do, and then you believe in what they do, and then at the end of the evening, you're sitting here, having a couple beers and you're just talking shit. And you're like I believe in you, I believe in what you do, and like it's really here. It's like being able to look at you and be like, yo, dude, you're fucking doing something great, and I appreciate you.
And that's
like,
so
that's
cool.
huge.
I mean, that's like the DIY scene in general. One of the things I always talk about on the show is back when I was doing house shows, I had a very open door policy, and we were a very welcoming house. And maybe we're a little like too Animal House sometimes. But what I always loved was we were at the end of Linden Street in the heart of Alston, which is just Party Row,
What
or
was
at
the
least
name?
The Secret House Pancakes.
Yeah.
About like halfway through a show, a group of attractive women would come in, and then like some bro would be tailing behind them, just, oh, what's this going on? And by the end of the night, he's not trying to like pick up someone for the night or get blackout wasted. He's arm in arm with like one of my weirdo friends, singing along, sharing a 40. And so I think that like DIY and sort of this sort of weirdly anarchistic belief system that we're kind of like building, right? It gives this sort of opportunity for people to be their best selves.
Love it.
Because
Love
if
it.
you
Yeah,
don't, that's what
absolutely.
I'm saying. Because like if you come in and you're a shitty person, we're gonna
Fuck
kick you
you.
the fuck out.
Yeah, you're
not
done.
fucking welcome.
You're done.
You're a Mark Maguli. I'll explain Mark Maguli's in a video sometime. But basically, it's like the shitty people out there get weeded out.
Yeah.
And that shit doesn't stand. And it's because it's tight-knit. It's because it's democratic. Because it's I mean, I'd say it's less democratic. It's more of like a tribal type situation, like a tribunal
I feel like it's like
council.
I'm gonna take care of you. You got me, and we're doing this.
Yeah.
You start talking shit,
So-
you're doing the wrong thing, you're out.
So Kimbo, let me ask you this one last question because you're amazing and you have great answers.
appreciate it.
So for people just starting out or getting things going, what's one last piece of advice you'd give them?
Getting going musically or
Any
in the
creative
community?
project, just DIY in general.
What do I look?
You can look camera two. We're on camera two.
Go to shows, support your band, start a band.
Yep.
Try to live as authentic as you can, and just join and support. Come to this show.
Yeah.
I mean, there's seats. Like we
There's
want to
seats, we
have
got
you. But just get out there and do it. When I was a kid, when I first started playing music, I was awful at it. I was horrible. I had no concept.
Still bad.
Yeah, I'm horrible. No, like I'm still learning. But my sister took me aside and she was like, and my father had just passed, so I'm like in this really dark space. And she's like, well, what do you want to do with your life? And I go, I want to play music. Like that's the only part. Like when you're out on stage, and I think the performers here can like feel me on this. And if you do drop in, when you're on stage,
just drop it.
Like vocally, but like the only time that you don't feel that sorrow is when you're doing this shit, right?
Truth.
Yeah.
Truth. Catharsis.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
So anyway, so my advice
Yeah.
would be like, you don't have to be good at it. You just have to do it.
Solid.
Boom.
Love it. Love that piece of advice. Now let me ask you, hot sauce.
Spice is coming.
Okay.
The Omni Spice is coming.
Sorry about this,
The Omni
Kimbo.
Spice
I
is
thought we were
coming.
professionals.
The Omni Spice is coming.
Fernando, chill out, bros.
But the Omni Spice.
Okay, all right. So I don't know who this Omni Spice is. Fernando, do we have any spice? Green Zeus, do we have any spare spices? Maybe paprika, perhaps parsley.
There's nothing left!
No spice. Right. So, Kimbo, thank you so much for being here. I
mean,
guess all
behold,
the
we have
spice is
nothing.
gone. Let's go to a video.
The Omni Spice is going to be here.
In this video.
The Omni Spice is going to be here.
Okay, I get
The
it,
Omni
but
Spice
let me
is
just
gonna
throw
be
to the
here.
video.
Behold
The
the
next
terror!
video.
The divine terror!
What's the next video?
I don't know what the next video
We
is.
got this is the week. Take it. I just cut to it.
Whatever you can do or dream that you can do, begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. And I live by that. And I have it on a chalkboard out in front in big letters so that other people can read it and get inspired. It's not my quote, it's from the German philosopher Goethe. I'm Nick Metropolis. We do prop rental and we do sales of really just unusual things, is our business. I used to sell on street corners. I used to have a really good eye for going into thrift stores and buying cool stuff. Like now, this would be almost 30 years ago, and I would set up at my mechanic's parking lot up the street. In fact, I brought so much the Hollywood tour bus used to come by and say, ladies and gentlemen, you're now looking at the world's biggest garage sale. Everyone would get a laugh. And then finally, this corner became available, and I leased it, and then it became my full-time work. Now, we're very challenged to be here now, but we're holding on. I tell youngsters, follow your dream. First of all, do what you love. It is so important. Everyone sometimes has to have a day job, bartending, but follow your dream. Do what you love. Money will always come. Second, I say very boldly that talent comes from, call it the universe or God. He gives us different looks, he gives us different talents. Our job with the short time that we're on the planet, if you live to be 120, it's the blink of an eye. You take that talent and you honor God by making it as big as possible, whatever it is. In the creative arts world, auto mechanics, own your own shop, take care of your people. Then, for the past few years, I've been saying, aspire to get very rich. The reason I say that is I use a few examples. The Angelina Jolies that can go to Africa. Sean Penn can go to Haiti when there's a disaster. Mark Ruffalo can help the pipeline protest. That's what big money's all about. And if you are blessed to have it come to you, you take care of your own, your family, your cars, your house, every luxury, and then who can I feed and how can I pay it forward? Follow your dream and then pay it forward.
It's time for DIY. Hi everybody, welcome back to DIY, the show. I want to thank Kimbo for coming in, getting interviewed. I want to thank all my panelists and my house band. And I also want to thank Fernando Tornado, our Time Lord and resident interrupter. So either way, with me now on the show, we had no talk, but I got a couple guests. With me now is Mr. PJ Phinney in the studio, everybody. Let's hear it, Nice clap. So you were nice enough to perform for us a few weeks back on our theater episode, so that was really fun.
My first time on DIY.
First time. Now you're a second. You got the twofer club.
Yes,
we don't give you anything, but we do talk twice in
Hey man, lay it on me. Anything you guys want to know.
PJ, let me know about you. What's the behind the scenes? Who are you really besides just a Beast looking like you got the. I like the outfit. You're looking good. I'm kind of jealous. I'm trying to step up my fashion game. I definitely need to.
Yo, that's a trendy sweater.
Trendy sweater. I know it's a trendy sweater.
Trendy as hell.
And I got the socks. You know, trendy socks. It's,
Fuck
you know,
yeah, man.
Whatever.
Fuck yeah.
Whatever. I'm lame. Don't worry about it. So let us know about you, PJ. Tell us about how you got started making music and a little bit about what you do.
All right. So I got started making music really young. My piano teacher also made beats and was a local rapper actually in Cambridge. This dude Kabir Sen. And we started out with piano lessons, and so I kind of learned music a little bit.
Yeah.
And I remember at one point before our lessons, I saw him making beats on his big Motif keyboard.
Nice.
And he was like, "Do you want to learn how to make beats?" And so we made beats for the whole lesson, and then throughout that lesson, he was like, "Do you want to try to rap?"
Wow.
And then it kind of switched from this thing where I was taking piano lessons to I was like rapping and making beats, and I was always like writing poetry and shit like that. So it was just
that's super cool because
yeah,
I feel like piano for sure is the best bass for any musician. Like
Definitely.
honestly, so I really wish I learned piano rather than guitar first because I would understand guitar more.
Yeah.
Now you make beats, you do all that yourself, so that's super DIY. What are some of the like techniques you use? Is it just you and a keyboard?
All right, so I rap mostly now. I work with a lot of producers, but like where like the musical part and element comes in is like identifying rhythms, understanding triplets and 16th notes, and like being able to like be like, you know, I like this song, but why do I like this song?
Solid.
It's because these lyrics are lining up with these rhythms, or like there's a harmony here, and I can hear that they're singing that they add in, or, you know, just shit like that.
That's
like,
interesting to me because I come from a world of like singer-songwriter or like loud punk bands, like, and I've always been interested in what like the hip hop world is like as far as booking or like getting yourself out there. Like, is it like a different atmosphere, or would you say it's kind of similar?
You guys talked about house shows, like Linden Street in particular. Like I've done a bunch of house shows on Linden Street, bunch of house shows at Ted's place over there on Saunders. Like, so like it's not that different. I think it's different in the sense that like once rappers start to try to make money in the city, that's where it starts to get a little shady.
Yeah.
A little shadier with promoters and
I understand
stuff like
that stuff because everybody's
trying
to look out for themselves, make sure they get a buck out of it all.
Yeah.
But I think it's also interesting with like house shows and hip hop acts. I'm like super jealous of just straight up your setup, man. I was in a 9-piece punk band. All right, we had 3 horn players. We had 2 drummers.
That's a lot of gear.
It's a fucking shit ton. It sucked.
Yeah.
And you know who was in charge of moving all that gear? Old Andy here had to pack up his old car. Had to pack up Amanda's car with all their shit. And, you know, it was great. But either way, I mean, I think that's what's kind of like an awesome sort of get that hip-hop and, like, even if you're just a DJ, you were able to go play these parties. So you're not only playing, like, a place that's a established house venue. You're playing parties. You're playing just a night someone wants to have.
Yeah, or if you're like me, you play anywhere where you can play.
Yeah.
So like I was like 16, 17 playing in bars.
Really?
Yeah, like and they'd kick me out after the show.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And they're like, you know, you can't be here, get out. You know, I would play the Middle East corner to like dinner crowds. So I'm like hardcore gangster rapping to dinner crowds.
Yeah.
You know, you get it eating shawarma because they get the free meal voucher.
Exactly.
You know, shout out Middle East with the free meal voucher. We see you. But it's crazy, like, and then, but yeah, when you try to transition and it's like a lot of pay to play in Boston, especially with the clubs. Yeah. But I remember a lot of clubs I've played like the Western Front. And like Church of Boston.
Wow,
that used to be really welcoming.
Yeah.
But they're not even around anymore.
No, and it's just, I mean, a lot of it I feel like is rent. I mean, I feel like venues more and more are kind of like falling to the wayside because it's so hard to create that sort of creative, nurturing atmosphere. Like when I think of what a good venue is the venue that takes risks on artists, that loses money, and it's kind of hard. I feel like all venues should be nonprofit from now on because that's the only way you can make them viable in a city because rent's always going to go up.
Exactly.
The artists that you want to bring in are always going to bring in money.
You can have a good show with a small crowd.
Yeah,
and like that's what
100%.
people don't understand. I feel like, but that's the whole thing about DIY. That's why I like you guys. That's why I fuck with you guys because it's like at the end of the day, like doing it yourself as opposed to trying to get somebody who owns a venue or owns one of these places to work with you. Sometimes it's better to just learn the skills yourself and then go and try to apply them, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like you're making a resume before you go out and do it.
Exactly. And then it's like, you know, I might not have, because there's no degree. I can't go get a rap degree.
You probably can, but I don't think it's valid. Like, I feel like it's like people, like I saw Emerson's offering a stand-up comedy degree, and I'm like, wow. Yeah, I mean like, if you're gonna go into like $180,000 worth of debt to learn stand-up comedy, you're wasting your money. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But if anybody's in that course, watch DIY. But yeah, so I mean, I think that's awesome. I asked Kimbo this, like, so what would you say is like your guiding principle when it comes to like your art, your craft? What is like the backbone of what your mentality as an artist is?
My mentality as an artist is to just like never, how do I put it? I never want to be boxed in. Yeah. I want to be able to sing and rap, and I want there to be able to be guitars, and I never want to feel chained to like a genre or pander to anybody. You know, if I want to scream fuck on my track, then like I'm gonna scream it. Like I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, fuck. You know, and if I want to, you know. And I also realize that, you know, you take heat for that too, right? Because it's all your opinions and, you know, you're not...
I mean, people want to put people in boxes, like you're saying. People want to be able to look at people as, I know what kind of person you are based on your looks alone. And I think that everybody is a shade of gray. Everybody is, like, this is my guiding principle with at least anything creative. You're given all these influences as you grow up, whether it's your family, media, anything else, even history, whatever. It influences you, and as an artist, it's your job to distill those influences into your craft, into your creative like output. And so we're like funnels, man.
Exactly. And so everything we see, we're like filters, and we kind of just like it filters through us, and it's our perspective. Yeah. And it could be our perspective in a moment where we were not thinking clearly or rationally. Yeah. Like we're artists, you know.
Yeah,
we
that's
create
true.
scenes.
Just let it go. Now, away from the more lofty sort of advice, what are some like practical like tips and tricks you can give people trying to like maybe make beats or get, you know, some tracks out there trying to get themselves going?
Okay, tips, and I say just kind of like what Kimbo said.
Where do you steal your beats from? Where you get some beats from?
All right, Bandcamp has a lot of good beats, but there's also like contracts when you go and download those beats. Like you can only stream a certain amount, and then you gotta pay royalties. So just be prepared for that. Like
so
you know, it is. Or like you can only have so many downloads after a certain amount, and then the producer's getting like 90% of the profits and stuff like that. But I would say my main advice to any young artist anywhere is just get out there and do your art. It doesn't matter if you're good. Yeah. It doesn't matter if you're talented. None of that shit matters because that's all subjective anyway. Yeah. Someone's gonna look at you and decide that within 30 seconds of hearing you or seeing you. Yeah. So do what you love. Like fuck it.
I think that's great, and it sounds to me like this is something you found when you were 16 through your piano teacher, and you're able to just keep doing it, man. And I think that's the key. Kimbo said this is 10 years for her band. It's like, you know, I've been in the DIY scene here for 10 years. This is the culmination of what I've been like amassing from my 10 years here. And so I think that's really the whole thing, man. It's combining just your experiences and just keeping those as like positive notes to go forward.
Exactly.
Now we've been talking about spices this whole episode.
Spices.
Spicy. We're a spicy
K2.
show here. K2, yeah. Is that your favorite spice? K2?
Nah.
Don't do K2.
Don't do K2.
If you're doing K2,
don't do K2 with spice.
DJ, come on, man.
Smoke real shit, man.
Smoke real weed. That's what I'm saying. How are you gonna go buy like gas station weed?
Up on the ground and shit, looking like that.
All right, so whatever. K2 aside, what are some of your favorite spices besides that? Any spices? You know, cumin?
I like thyme.
Thyme?
Yeah.
I like oregano.
Oregano. Yeah. Any other spices?
Shits. Yeah, paprika.
Paprika.
On Devil
Tarragon guy.
What's going on?
Spice is coming.
Fernando, did you eat Fernando, PJ?
Yeah, yo, what's happening with the Omni Spice?
The Omni Spice will be here soon.
Fernando is dying, it looks like. Fernando has just passed out on the ground. It looks like he's slightly, like, dissolving his... Why is your body shaking so much,
his body's
bro?
getting all...
It's getting...
Omni Spice.
Just imagine his body shaking. Just imagine it.
Omni
Either way,
Spice.
Oscar, you want to play some music so we can get out of here? We're going to go to another video, and when we come back, we got much more DIY, so that's the show, everybody. Fernando, live!
Wake up, buddy. Come on.
You have time to time. Come on.
Yes, theirs is a song of dancing. I cannot sing it for them. I cannot ignore the setting sun. There's a delicate balance between finding man's true path, living only in your dreams. Nobody showed me what it is to be human, nor what is to be.
It's time for DIY.
Hi everybody, welcome back to DIY the show. We are always prepared and always paying attention. Thank you, Oscar, for playing me in. Thank you for my panel of experts hanging out as always. Now back with me, I got both guests on the couch. We've been having so much fun talking DIY, all that jazz. Now I wanted to ask, it's weird, but Bailey, you're our resident
Yeah, I have a
expert.
question for Bailey, actually. Bailey, I have a question for you.
Oh, who is this?
Bailey,
can I help you?
Omnispice, center of the universe time.
Omnispice!
I have a question, Bailey.
Fernando had warned
Now
us.
it's almost 5 p.m.
Almost
Are you needed at your local community theater production of Sweeney Todd?
Wow, the Omnispice just coming out being
No,
spicy.
it is such an intense pleasure to watch you work in person. I mean, truly it is. And I want to thank you for what you said. No, please. You said. You go ahead, you said. No, I want to thank you for what you said about inspiring artists who are not necessarily good at what they do, because clearly taking it to heart. I mean, really, this is really the epitome of what you're talking about.
True. So real quick, I would like to introduce everybody. You are the Omnispice, you say?
Yeah, DIWHY.
I'm just trying to be a good host. So what are you saying, Omnispice?
Are you?
You are
Spicy. Lowry, tremble! It is horrifying! It is the Omnispice!
Yeah, I am the... Okay, I am the culmination of all spicy things. Okay. I am all spice, including allspice. I am the cinnamon. I am cardamom. I am thyme. We've talked a lot about thyme, ladies and gentlemen. I am Sean Spicer.
Adobo.
To be fair, the blandest spice we've put out.
True.
I mean, honestly, if you're gonna play a puppet for like a bunch of morons, you can at least have some fun with it.
That's true.
A little fun. Spicy memes, hot takes. Such as oh, here's a fun little thing. That some of you might
There's
not
no
know.
camera over there.
Can I get single sex over here?
Solo sex.
What is happening?
There's no where these extremely talented people are forced to perform in front of the most tiresome wedding I've seen in my entire life.
What is happening? Am I just getting roasted on my own show right now?
Omnispice, understand that while it is a zesty roast, please make sure the microphone is turned on so that way we can hear all the sick burns.
I have a little red light on right there, and the little switch is on. So if there's a problem, it's not with me.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to take the reins back. So Omnispice, we were told. It's comfortable. It's all good. We're whatever's comfortable. We're included.
Yes.
So I'll take this mic. So Omnispice, we were told that all hot sauces disappear now. We were told it's our fault. Is it our fault?
It's not your fault.
Okay.
I mean, someone just had to have a zesty salad.
Yeah. Well,
before call time.
Well, so what's your beef with Fernando? He's dead. Fernando literally dissolved. Fernando once saved me from a river. I was trapped in the river and I was floating, and Fernando time traveled and was like, Andy, take my hand, and I was like, thank you.
Couldn't time travel back further and give you swimming lessons?
Wow, Bird. This guy, this Spice Lord. So, Spicy Omnispice.
Spicy Omnispice.
So, Fernando and you have beef. What's your beef?
The beef is with, okay. He comes in saying he's the Lord of Time.
Yeah, he's pretty
Time
much-
is an herb, but many of y'all don't know the difference between an herb and a spice. I've been to some of your local restaurants. Shout out to the Cantina, by the way, across the street. They had a little bit of hot sauce, which allowed me to eclipse and overtake Fernando Tornado.
Tornado, like a Tostito kind of thing.
Real first draft name. Anyway.
Accurate.
My entire purpose here is to be all things spice. Time, a homonym.
Yep.
Gotta have it.
I like homonyms. So now Fernando is dead.
Give me examples of 3 homonyms.
Shit.
Oh, that was pretty good.
DIY.
I have to give it up for that.
Right? DIY, does that count?
Sure.
Fuck. I don't know. That's not my job. So either way, so Fernando's dead. So you want to take over as Time Lord. I don't really think you can take over as Time Lord if someone's dead. So, I mean, he disappeared and turned into dust, which then me and PJ, took a little bit of and
chopped it up.
Chop it up, Shout out to Fernando for getting me high. But Omni Spice, without Fernando back, I really don't think you could take over as Time Lord. So I think it would be a good option to try to bring this human Time Lord back to life.
All right, there's one thing we can do.
There's one, okay, so.
But it's gonna be weird. I'm gonna have to touch you.
I mean, I'm not opposed. PJ, you okay with this?
Hey man, it's 2018 out here, baby. Whatever you guys want to do,
Kimbo?
whatever you
All
gotta
right.
do, baby.
I'm gonna have to make do for your appalling lack of lav mics. There we go.
Yeah, well.
So I need one of your greasy mitts.
Here, you can have my mitt.
I would like this greasy mitt, please.
All right.
And you take one of them sticky
All right,
paws.
PJ. My hands
And I
are
take
clean.
this right here.
Okay, we're holding hands.
And
what
now
do we do?
you intone the sacred words with me.
Okay.
From my 4 apostles plus the other one.
Okay.
People of the world, spice up your life.
Spice up your life.
Every boy and every girl.
Every boy and every girl.
Spice up your life.
Spice up your life.
People of the world.
People of the world.
Spice up your life.
Spice up your life. That was a great chant. Wait, it worked. Fernando, my friend, Fernando's back. Hey, Fernando, great to see you.
Man, Fernando,
So,
I miss you, bro. Come here.
Yeah,
bro.
PJ.
It's good to be alive.
Omni Spice, did the Omni Spice have to leave? Did they die?
Fernando.
Oh shit.
It is good you have returned in your whole and hale form. I am the Spice Nexus.
Oh!
Returns to positivity.
They have evolved.
By the
They have
holy
reached the higher
chant.
plane.
I beg of you, please. Would any of you like the hot sauce?
You have the hot sauce.
I need the hot sauce.
We need the hot sauce. Where's
Where
the
was
hot
Please.
sauce?
Spice
Where's
Nexus.
the hot sauce?
Hot sauce me.
Ah, yes.
Is this-
Fernando, would you like to taste the sauce?
Please give me your sauce.
Oscar, got any inspiration? Oh no,
Christ.
please no,
Not on the,
no, what are we doing? That's not good. Oh, jeez. Well, that's been the show.
But I have my
We're gonna
time
go to a
powers
super
back.
break. When we come back, Solo Sexx gonna play again. Go to a fucking video church.
Yeah, that went way too Christ damn far. Way too Christ damn far.
And now, the presidential state of the union. Or whatever.
Now, when the Mexican people send their people, they are not doing.
I can't believe Trump is president. We live in a time where Green Day turned a political record into a Broadway musical, and Louis Anderson won an Emmy. Anything is possible.
Great Google Moogie! I got a virus!
Let's get.
I'm just saying, if I was in The Offspring and I was Dexter Holland, I'd probably accidentally sing the lyrics to Pretty Fly for a White Guy every time we played Come Out and Play.
You catch your girlfriend listening to Splinter one time and now this is your gimmick.
She's not my girlfriend! We're just hanging out! And besides, it wasn't Splinter. It was Ixnay on the Ombre. Oh no! My Facebook got a virus!
Ah, 'cause it's the band.
Oh my god, it looks like you got hacked. Did you get hacked?
Don't you mean hawked?
All right. What the hell does it mean to get hawked?
It's this dumb thing where he hides in a closet or a bathroom or something like that, and when you walk by, he jumps out and he says, "Oh, you got hawked."
What? It was funny.
Yeah, that's what you think.
Yo, can I get a cappuccino?
That's not a thing. Nor has it ever been a thing.
I said fix this goddamn scarf.
It's fixed.
Hey, bro, can I go next?
Sure.
Do you vape, bro? Stereotypes hurt people.
Wow, I had no idea HPP did poetry.
It's not poetry. It's a list of 90s TV shows he thinks should get a reboot.
Number 1, reboot. Number 2.
And then it just started sending the virus to all of my friends.
What, like your mom?
Damn, son!
Yeah, I've dealt with this before.
The hell you did?
How do you know? You don't even know me. We haven't even talked once.
All right, knock it off and make with the internet. If I have to tell one more person that I got hacked, there will be blood.
Yeah, but it's a delicate procedure. Like that board game where you're not supposed to touch the sides?
Hungry hippos?
Sure. It looks like it's just a fishing virus.
Well, if it wants to go fishing so bad, why doesn't it go to a lake? Come on, it was funny.
Yeah, that's what you think.
Oh my god, Krusty, I have the hacker's IP address. Quick, get to the van.
Hey! That's my line! Hey, you got hacked!
Marshall! Marshall! What? Get in here. Somebody hacked us on the face space.
You're damn right I did!
Are you sure you didn't get hacked? Did you get hacked? What happened? Did you get...
It's time for DIY.
Now, hey everybody, welcome back to DIY the show. My name is Andrew Lowry. I've had a great episode. This has been chaos. So we've learned how time works on DIY. We've also learned how all these spices combined create a really sassy human. We also learned that you can spray half a bottle of hot sauce in someone's face and that makes them travel through time. But what I've learned today is that doing it yourself requires a lot of heart, a lot of passion, and a lot of drive. Kimbo, PJ, both were great to come in and kind of give us their, sort of creative mindsets, their sort of artistic belief systems. And I think that each one of us will form our own. So what I want to say to you at the end of the show is go out, think about your art, think about yourself as a creative person, and try to figure out what you're trying to do. We went no topic this week because I wanted to just kind of spitball, see what happened. I also wanted to invite my good friend Fernando, the Time Lord, back. So leaving you here at the end of the show. Keep keeping on. That's what I always say to you. Just keep making your art. Keep making whatever you're trying to create. And if you're always looking for help, hit us up. We want to help you. We want to make things better. So if you are ever looking for advice, you can reach out to DIY, and we'll connect you with any of our friends that will give you advice. That's what it's all about here. A community that works together, survives together. Whatever. But it's we're having fun here. So either way, I want to leave you all with an amazing performance. They already killed it on one song earlier. Solo Sexx is back in the studio. So let's get a nice round of applause for Solo Sexx.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you, DIY the show.
DIY.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
Kick it.
Speaking of DIY,
baby.
Jules makes all these beats herself.
You can do it yourself in your own
Check it out.
bedroom, baby.
Yes, you can.
For the key. Shout out Fruity Loops. What up, baby? You ready? Yeah. Roger white lightning on the neon pterodactyl. Too many tabs, now all I see is fractal. Candy pentagrams, crystal skulls in the castle. I could drink some water, but it ain't worth the hassle. I'm a little rascal, I'm a little fiend. I'm just looking for a sucker with no self-esteem. Melancholy fantasies and mediocre dreams. Let me paint the scene, baby, put me on your team. And we don't need no coaches. Fridge full of patties, ashtray full of roaches. They dancing at our shows, but they're scared to approach us. Cause Solo Sexx is swarming like a hungry gang of locusts. Y'all already know this. I'm Route 9 riding straight, chilling, and my focus ran through 2 red lights, but I barely seem to notice. So step back a bit. Y'all don't know the half of it. My blunt crew includes Kate Bush and the Baphomet. And we stacking shit straight up to the rafters. I'm a man eater, not a raptor. Lay my goon hand down, lay my goon hand down. On a two-way sound, on a two-way sound. Hey yo, now solo sex be coming through like love, sex, and danger. Make you lose yourself in front of strangers. Hey yo, now solo sex be coming through like love, sex, and danger. Make you lose yourself in a crowd full of strangers. Y'all are a beautiful crowd of strangers. Back once again with the ill behavior. Love, sex, and danger. Where are your white saviors? Misbehaving, we got that ill flavor. Hold it on your tongue and savor. No chaser. Yo, but you know I keep it loquacious. I sit so legit, the shit be contagious. Cunt, outrageous, but rushing the stage. Both hands in the air to make it go crazy. Tongue like a laser, precision, maintain ya. Rage, I'm on stage, I'm too hot to chase ya. Caging my phrases, turn tricks on fakers. Blaze up a blunt, you're obligated. You're wasted, your taste must be busy filleted. Brothers with no flow, just swarming with basic. Take it straight into the matrix. Blue pills in yo, cause yo, I'll be your patient. Ancient, hates to say, and I'ma ace it. Grad school, cool up in your good bracelet. Brace yourself, fools, are y'all deep complacent. Check it out your basement. Jules make them pay rent. I'll make them pay rent. Y'all better play dead. Y'all better play dead. Feel it in my gut, deep down in my entrails. I'll leave you in the dust, make you smoke the chemtrails. You're coughing up rust, radiate your stem cells. Then lay you down and try so I can practice my stem cells. In my gut, deep down in my entrails. I'll leave you in the dust, make you smoke the chemtrails. You're coughing up rust, radiate your stem cells. Then lay you down and try so I can practice my stem cells. My goon hand down, lay my goon hand down. On a two-way sound, on a two-way sound. Hey yo, now solo sex be coming through like love, sex, and danger. Make you lose yourself and try to strangers. Hey yo, now solo sex be coming through like love, sex, and danger. Make you lose yourself in a crowd full of strangers. DIY the show. We lost her in the twinkle lights. Tripping on sunshine. Tripping on sunshine. All right, we're tripping on sunshine here with all of you. Yes. Thank you so much for having us. Check us out, SOLOSEXX. We're on iTunes and Spotify and Bandcamp and anywhere else you find your music.
Oh shit, oh my god, oh my god. Holy crap, holy crap. Oh, back hugs. Solo Sex, tightest fucking act ever. That was the tightest fucking shit ever.
Thank you.
Tightest fucking shit ever. Pound it, pound it.
Pound it,
all right,
pound it.
so either way, I want to thank everybody for watching the show. Thank you to Kimbo and PJ. You guys want to come on up? PJ, Kimbo, come on up.
Get in
Thank you
here.
to Solo Sex. Hey, Time Lords, Omni Spike, Fernando, you guys friends now? You both friends? They're coming. Don't hug off camera, hug on camera. Oscar, play some music. Thank you, Oscar. I love you. You're beautiful. You're tough. Okay, here we go. Wait, we never timed it out right. 1, 2, 3, D-I. Carbia, come on. Why? Bailey and Amanda, you want to come up? It's time for DIY. D, what are you doing? Anybody got any shout-outs? Shout-outs, Fernando. Hey, how about you, Omni Spike?
Vote yes on 3 to eat the million.
Kimbo, any shout-outs? Let's have shout-outs in the Solo Sex realm.
Shout out to Glamhurst.
Shout out to Glamhurst and go vote.
Go vote, baby.
Vote. BJ, any shout-outs? Shout-out to Plug. Shout-out. Bailey in the shout-out realm. Eric, killed it on camera. Carby, as always, you got a shout-out?
Lots of them. Matthew Broderick for starters.
Shout out to Matthew Broderick. We remember what you did, Matthew Broderick. That's the end of the show.